my name is Killy,
Yes.
which is a weird name, but it's actually Kelly. So it's just like, but I changed it to Killy for my stage name. But there's children coming, so I'm just going to keep it PG for now. And the reason I did that is because I think it's so stupid for people to change their names for stage. But anyway, it just sort of happened because people started calling me Killer. And I thought that was, I thought that sounded really mean and awful. It's like, because I would kill on stage, but everyone would want to run around calling me Killer, and I just thought it was a little much. So Killy is a kinder, gentler killer. So we'll have a few theories on comedy we should probably talk about. And also, I'm not really a comedian. I'd like to also say that. I'm like, not really, I don't like to be called anything because I like to get on stage and surprise people. So
I'm on board with that.
And do something that's the least expected maybe thing. Even if it's uncomfortable, which I tend to enjoy making people uncomfortable. I find that uncomfortable kind of moves into laughter after a little while, and it's sort of like a thicker, layered laughter that's really great if you can get it there. Sometimes you can't, though, and it's just you're not hired there ever again. But that's fine. I'm not bitter or anything. But my influencers are like, Lucille Ball and Carol Burnett and God, I mean, Steve Martin. I mean, I feel like he was a great alternative comic that I would like to get across one thing. I am my main thing that I want to do with my career or whatever, or you can call it, is to promote art and artists and their rights and the ethics of art, which is kind of a weird thing to say, but I've been finding that being a producer and being an artist and a lot of artists don't know, and I'm including comics as artists. A lot of people don't, but I think it is an art form, and but I think a lot of artists don't know what's expected of them and how to act, and I think a lot of producers don't know how to treat an artist. I really would love to write something that's sort of like a guide to being a performer, and also on the other side being a producer, because I've seen both and I do both, and there's a lot of responsibility. I think a lot of artists don't take responsibility because they're like, oh, I'm ADD and I'm bipolar, and producers don't take a lot of responsibility because they don't think they need to pay the artist, because most artists will do it for free, and I don't know, something's getting lost in there, and also some awesome things are happening somewhere in between too. I think red ants are crawling up my crotch right now. It is edgy. It's like I like to do satirical stuff. I like to do things that are where I'm really serious through the whole thing, and then in the end there's some huge revelation. That's the punchline, but through the whole thing it seems incredibly serious, and no one's expecting to laugh. If I could surprise people, that's awesome. So I've done some weird shit though on stage, because I'm involved in this open mic called Penny's Open Mic, and it's an experimental open mic. So it's not it's very different than the singer-songwriter mics or the poetry mics. It's really just everything. It's pretty much anything you want to do for 7 minutes, including just rolling around on the floor or standing in the corner. I saw at this open mic, I saw Satan take out his penis. This man was dressed as Satan and he took out his penis. That was one of the craziest things. I didn't do that personally, but I saw Satan take out his penis on stage. Think your cock could be huge,
No, man, think about the guys that are the douchiest.
Yeah, it's true.
That's why they're so angry.
It's true. And
he's the ultimate small cock,
and stuff too.
the devil.